Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year. It's 2020. So, as a start to the new year, I'm going to be testing out the Disney Colourpop Midnight Masquerade palette. This is the palette I was talking about that in my what I got for Christmas video that hasn't come in yet, but it came in and it's really pretty. And I also got the Elsa and Anna palettes. So this is what the Anna one looks like, and this is what the Elsa one looks like. So if you want me to do videos about these two palettes, let me know and I'll do it. So we're gonna be testing out this one today. So it's got a lot of like pretty decent shades. There's the first row is like your neutrals, the second row is like your shimmers and some glitters, and then the bottom row is like your darker colors. So I like how it's separated like that. So I don't really know what I want to do with this look yet, because I might want to incorporate Mama Odie, but Mrs. Potts looks really nice, that gold shade. And then there's a couple of glitters like Royal Ball and Floating Lanterns. So, and then Frog and Wife, the green. I think that's what it's called. Frog and Wife? Yeah. It's like a green. So I don't know if I want to incorporate that at all. Sorry, I'm just ranting. So we'll just see how that goes. And I'm just gonna get started instead of rambling on. So I'm gonna start with my e.l.f. primer. This is the Poreless Face Primer. Then next we're going to go in with the foundation, which is our Tarte Found Sealer Multitasking Foundation in the shade 22B Light Beige. So I'm just going to give that a good shake. And I'm just going to kind of warm up the brush a little. And put about like 1.5 squirts. And so I'm just blending that in. Making sure to get down my neck. So I'm just putting that in, putting some to my ears. I'll leave in the comments down below what you did for New Year's Eve. I just stood home. So now that we're done with the foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Colourpop No Filter Concealer. And I'm just putting that under my eyes, bridge of my nose, my forehead, Cupid's bow, and my chin. And I'm just taking that same Morphe brush and blending that in. So now that that's blended, I'm going to powder, and I'm going to use my Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade 01 Light. I'm just going to put that under my eyes, basically where I put that concealer. And then I'm just going to put what's left on the brush all over my face. So next I'm going to bronze, and I'm going to use the Morphe Debutante bronzer. I'm just taking a large powder brush, and I'm just going to lightly bronze, just do the 3E, and then kind of a little more on the jaw and cheekbone, a little more on the forehead. And then I'm going to take my Firma 103 brush, and I'm going to lightly contour my nose. So I'm just going to dip into the same bronzer, and I'm just going to start at the end of my eyebrow and just bring it down and do the tip of my nose. And then I just like to take my fingers and drag it down and just lightly go over it, just like that. Not too much, just a little bit. Then I'm gonna go in and add some blush. So I'm going to take this Colourpop Super Shock Cheek. This is the collaboration with Bretman Rock, and it's in the shade Stop It. And I'm just taking an angled brush from Morphe. I'm just gonna smile and basically place it on the apples of my cheeks and then blend it out. And then I'm gonna put some on my nose and then some on my forehead, just to give it that sun-kissed look. And I'm gonna add some highlight. I can grab my highlight brush. And I just recently picked this up at Sephora because they're having sales. So it's the Ciate London Jessica Rabbit collection, and it's the Jessica Rabbit Multi Glow. So it looks like that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a little imprint of Jessica Rabbit. So I'm just going to take my Morphe brush and just kind of dust over it lightly. It's just like a really pretty gold, so I'm just lightly dusting over it. And I'm just going to use the mirror and the little compact, and I'm going to put that highlight right on my cheekbone. It's a really pretty highlight, and look how big it is. Like, I don't think you would ever be able to hit pan unless you like religiously used it, but it's just a really pretty like champagne gold color, and it sits really pretty on the skin. So I'm just again putting that on my cheekbones and then blending some into my temples, down the bridge of my nose, on the tip of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, some on my bone, my chin. far. So I'm just going to sit closer. So next step is eyeshadow. So I'm just going to quickly get myself situated. And just take out all of the brushes I'm going to use, so I have to keep dipping back into my makeup bag. So I'm going to prime my lids with my MAC Painter with Paint Pot. Hold on, I dropped the lid. I feel like it might dry out. Got it. So I'm just going to take a dome top brush and just pack that on my eyelids. Let me know if you want me to do I don't know, I was just thinking about this, a 2019 favorites video. I know it might be a little like late, but not really late. 2019 just ended. So comment down below if you want to see that. So I'm finally gonna dip into the Disney Designer Collection of Colourpop, the Masquerade palette, Midnight Masquerade palette. Again, these are all the shades. So I think just to be on the safe side, I'm going to dip into the shade Pip right here in the center. It's just like a transition brown color. And I'm just going to put that in my crease. And I'm just using that on a fluffy brush from Morphe. All of the brushes that I'm using are from Morphe. Just if you're new to my channel. So I'm just making windshield wiper motions, just blending that in the crease lightly. And then I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna dip into this like peachy shade called Enchanted right in the center. Not right in the center, it's like next to Pip. It's like a peachy color. And I'm just going to blend that on top of Pip. Just for a little extra color. And then I'm going to take a bit of a smaller brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade down here called Nutmeg. It's like a brown. It's like a terracotta brown. And I'm gonna lightly dust that on top just to add some definition. But then we'll go in with some darker colors into the outer corner. So I'm just blending this in the center of the lid. Not lid, in the crease, sorry. Just to darken it up. My nose itches. So still going back into that color Nutmeg. I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other eye. So it's just darkening up. Aside from like looking to the left, that's where my mirror is because I can't see from the camera because not wearing my glasses. And then I'm going to take a clean brush with no product on it. I'm just going to go back and forth and mix those colors together just to blend them out. Like so. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush that's almost like a dome top, like tapered shape. And I'm going to mix the shades Gaston, this like burgundy shade, with this more purpley shade called New Dream. These two, I'm just going to mix those. Just going back and forth between those two colors. And I'm going to add those to the outer corner. Alright, just make sure I have all the excess off. So I'm turning the brush instead of this way, so I can really get in that inner corner. And I'm just making up and down motions and then slightly winging it out and then blending it in to that nutmeg shade that's in the crease. And then slightly packing a little bit on the outer corner on the lid. Just like that. And I'm just going to go back into those two colors, Gaston and New Dream. Really sturdy. So just doing that same thing to the other eye, just with up and down motions. And slightly blending it inward, then a little on the outward lid, and then winging that out as well. And then taking that clean brush that has no pigment, no color on it, I'm just going to blend my eyeshadow. Well, of course I'm blending the eyeshadow. Blending all those colors. Just to make them look more cohesive. then I think instead of using that gold shade, I think I'm gonna neutralize it and use this I'm just gonna swatch a couple of them and see how they look. So that's the rose gold Djali. That's Mrs. Potts, and this one's Mama Odie. Mama Odie has like a green like shimmer to it, so I don't think I'm gonna use that one. I think for this look I'm gonna go ahead and use Mrs. Potts, that gold shade. Hold on. Yeah, because I think adding Djali, I think that's what it's called, Djali? Djali? It's D-J-A-L-I. Right there. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Djali. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I feel like that might make it look too dark, but I feel like Mrs. Potts, that gold shade, might just make the eyes pop a little. So first I'm going to cut my crease. And I'm going to use that Colourpop concealer to do so. So I'm just putting some on the back of my hand. I'm just taking that same brush I used to prime, and I'm just following my lid shape. Taking the brush from the inner corner and just outlining it. And then filling it in. And then doing the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take that Mrs. Potts shade on my finger, and I'm going to pack that on my lid. Like so. And just so you know, these shadows feel really smooth and really creamy as I'm packing that on my lid. And all of these shadows blended together beautifully. So I'm just going to take a brush and just go over that crease just in case we got some gold flakes on the crease. And I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to dip into the lightest shade Spinning Wheel in the top corner. That's like a pink. It's like a white with a pink reflect. And I'm going to Sorry, my nose is so itchy today. I'm gonna take that and pop that in the inner corner, like so. And then just blend that in, like so. And then I'm going to put on some mascara. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Volume Mascara. So, just going to apply a coat of that. So just like a light coat. And then I'm going to pop on my Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Can't Relate. And then I'm gonna top that off with some Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And that is the final look, all completed using the Colourpop Midnight Masquerade palette. So my final thoughts on this palette is that it's really pretty. All of the shades blended well together. The color scheme are really well. They all go together. There's not something that's gonna pop out that's not gonna work with the others, because all of these shades you could definitely work together. You have your neutrals, your shimmers, your pops of color like that green and that blue. And then you have some glitters in there too. So all in all, I think it's a really pretty palette, and you could do so many things with it. You could dress it up, you could dress it down. So yeah, would recommend getting that palette, investing in it if you can. So comment down below what you thought of the look, what you want to see me try out next, the On and Elsa palettes. Do you want a 2019 favorites video? So comment down below, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill. Always remember, be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside. Bye guys. Happy New Year.